I have to post this real fast. Hold on. Hold on. Posted. Look at me being social media y live on this other social media y thing. Okay. I had to just post on Instagram that I'm going live right now. I don't know the best way to, like, I guess you fucking put it on, Twitter and Instagram with a link where you're like going live now, but I mean more people listen to the podcast version than you know, um the live YouTube one, but still it's good to do both. So, in about 9 minutes, Nikki Glaser's gonna come on and we're gonna catch up. You know, this the interview segments I like. They're not even like interview. They're just like jump on, let's hang out for a bit, and then go off into your day. I wanted to be like, you jumped on a phone to catch up with your friend because it's like, you know, why are we going to sit down for a fucking hour and just talk about stuff? We've all done that on each other's podcast so many times. It's like how much shit could be coming up for any of us, unless it's like a super specific topic you could really stretch it out. But we haven't actually like caught up in a bit, and she's been doing F Boy Island, and I think she's taping season 2 now, and she's like living in St. Louis. So I don't know about those two things, like, what are you going to do there, how long are you going to stay there, and I got some F Boy Island questions. I just started watching it, and fuck, so many feelings and thoughts. Um so anyway, that's coming up in a few minutes. The Right before that, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are fighting on fucking Saturday, and I'm so pumped about it. I think Fury, by I don't know if he knocks him out. I think Wilder will be at least smart enough now to avoid that. Uh, but if it goes decision, I mean, come on. There's no way fucking Wilder's winning on the cards. There's no way. He doesn't have the skill set Fury has. Obviously, I don't want to be those fans that goes like, guy sucks. Obviously, like I've said this before, he would just fucking crush us into dust without even thinking about it. But he he won't beat Fury, and fine. I don't have like a fucking uh, allegiance to either of those guys. I love watching Fury fight. I think he's a super skilled boxer. He's awesome, and Wilder is fun in a different way because he's got the great eraser or whatever they call it. He can just fucking take you out in one punch. It's a cool matchup in a way, but if he hasn't, you know, improved even 10%, it's just going to be like the second one. But um, I'm I got the pay per view. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm thinking about doing a private live stream for the Patreon because that way I don't think they can like flag it, right? I don't know if I'll show it, but I'll have the camera on and I'll just kind of watch. We can all watch together, and I can just kind of talk shit and do commentary and stuff. Yeah, I think it'll be like a good trial run to do that. Set the camera up like the living room scenario on the couch and just sort of fucking eat some popcorn and watch a good fight and talk some shit. One of the good undercards I think everybody should watch too is the Berlanga undercard fight. Edgar Berlanga, up and coming dude, another knockout artist. He's like 16 or 18 and 0. I don't think any of his fights except the last one have gone past like the first round. You could watch his entire highlight reel in 2 minutes, and quicker than it's taken him to finish the one round he's gotten through in most of his fights. He's great though. I love him. Um, and I got another cool thing with boxing coming up in a couple of weeks, so you want to stay tuned for that. It'll be fun. So uh, I think that'll be great. I love the shit talking that Fury and Wilder are doing. It's like old school boxing where you have these guys whose styles are so different. They don't like each other really. And they're both like Fury is a master showman. He knows what he's fucking doing. When a camera comes on and a microphone gets near his face, he just turns it on. I mean, he's wearing the suits that like they're like his suit that he got tailor made is talking shit about Wilder. Like, come on, the guy's fucking. It's great. Um, but yeah, I think he could get him. Wilder, I feel like that great eraser punch could come at any round. I don't even know if it's more likely earlier or later. Could be likely earlier because Fury's coming forward and Wilder can't fight on his back foot really. Um, but Fury could get a little tired, slow down later. Wilder gets a second wind and fucking, you know, like in the first fight, Fury he got caught and he fucking got hit with the right, but then got the left hook too. And then remember when he went down and we were just like, we just saw his fucking soul leave his body basically. And then I guess it was like, oh wait, I'm not done. And it went back in. He was like, and he stood up. Fuck. That was insane. Um, yeah, I mean, that's partly what makes it so exciting is at any moment he could fucking line that sucker up. And it's, he has got some skills. People just want to say like, "Oh, all he has is that." And he has literally nothing else. I mean, look, he's not Tyson Fury level skilled when it comes to the technical stuff, but he you don't get to 42 and 2 or whatever it is now, one and one draw without having some boxing skill. I don't care if you got a fucking awesome, uh, right arm that's like a fucking bazooka. Basically, you have to be able to, move around. Like he watched the Ortiz fight when Wilder fought Ortiz. He gave him a run for his money, and then credit to Wilder, he gave him the fucking rematch. He was like, I don't need to do this again. But, he's like, look, everybody thinks I'm not good, basically. You guys think like, oh, all I have is this. Fine, I'll fight him again. And he got close again. Ortiz really gave him a run for his money. And I'm willing to bet you Fury watched those fights more than any other. Because he was like, this guy got in there and he wobbled him a couple times. Let's put this shit on loop up until the day of the fight, And Fury is such a skilled technician that he was able to like switch up styles, go to that Kronk gym in Detroit and really like switch up the game plan, which is what he's saying Wilder won't do. He's saying, yeah, you can pick up one or two things, but you will revert to form. And, he might be right. It's really hard to tell. The safe money is on. I forgot to turn this light on. Watch this. This is one of those New York coffee cups. Ready? I got a little light in there, huh? Check that shit out. So here we go. What is this? Jeff Bird is saying Fury needs to walk out with a weight vest that just says 41 pounds on it. Yeah, dude. That's the other thing about that fight is that he just needed to be like the better man won and back to the drawing board. I think that's gotten people to say, I mean, it's gotten people like away from him because it's just when someone's a sore loser like that, you want to distance yourself from it, right? You're like, oh, I'm on Fury's team now, because it's like just say you lost. It's like you got this far. We know you're not a bum. Just say like, okay, I disagree with the corner. They shouldn't have thrown in the towel, and I didn't win. And just moving on. Let's have a rematch. I bet he might have gotten it sooner. Who knows? But it was just a bad look, man. Who wants to see a third fight with a guy that's just like everywhere you turn, there's an excuse. Oh, my vest was heavy. The air conditioning was broken. The Mercury's in retrograde. My trainer was working with the other team. It was just like he was given QAnon guys have run for their conspiracy money, where even they were like, "Whoa, slow down, man! You are escaping reality here. All right, look, I mean, some things are just as they seem." um, but yeah, man, and see, like how Jeff here is saying, it's just like it's become a joke that no matter what happens, Wilder's probably going to be like, oh yeah, well, who knows what excuses he'll come up with this time. But you're right, dude. It's kind of sad to see that part of it go down. I don't know. Let me grab my fucking coffee. Hold on one second. Talk amongst yourselves. I can't live without my coffee. It's fucking 8 o'clock here. So I'm getting a text from Nikki. She's running 15 minutes late. But okay. That's fine. Let me just tell her. I'll just blab on about something until then. Which you can't get, upset because she's in the middle of like shooting. So like she's doing this in her shooting schedule. So which would be cool. So you can't really be like, oh, what the fuck, let's see here. Can I join via phone? I don't know. I mean, the link is for video. I don't think. I like that I'm reciting the text I'm sending her. Huh. Well, sorry guys. This is I mean, can I join? Oh, yeah. Yes, of course. Okay. Jesus, dude. Studio lighting really fucking gets you. Anyway, if you guys have any there she is. Okay. Hey, hold on. We're muting. The fuck? Hey! I can't hear you.
Hi!
Hey!
How's it going?
Okay. Good, how are you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, it's a little delayed. It's delayed.
A little bit, yeah. Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me just go get my computer. I'll join you in just a second.
Okay, cool. Bye. All right, bye. Okay, well that was a teaser for what's coming with Nikki. We go way back, her and I. Fucking 2006 or 7. We've talked about this on her old like as if her podcast is right there. Her old podcast. We've known each other since 06, 07. I used to host the open mic at the store, and we met on that, bonded over Wilco. Morton is asking, is she filming F-Boy Island season 2? The answer is yes, from what I know. I didn't get into the details, which I will ask her once she's on. But that is my understanding, that she's filming that, or she's filming something. But I am only... I finished episode 4, so don't tell me anything. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
You are.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. It's a little delayed, but this is better.
It's better. Yeah, it's better. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm here with my family and
I love
my roommate and his girlfriend and some cameras that are filming me.
Wait, so Andrew, your roommate?
Yes, Andrew Collin, my roommate.
Oh, cool. Where are you, buddy? Hey, dude. Nice wig.
We're turning into each other.
You are.
Quarantine's interesting.
You look great. So is your girlfriend this character you're doing, like your own girlfriend, or
No,
you have a
she's
real one?
actually here.
I
Oh,
actually
she's
have a
here.
real
Okay,
girlfriend.
she's okay.
Yeah, she's real.
She's in
Cool.
Canada over here.
That's awesome.
Just kidding.
Um,
Oh.
so what do you guys? So this guy's asking, is she filming F Boy Island season 2?
Not yet, but
Okay.
that it is picked up for season 2, and
Okay.
I will be the host of it, I believe.
Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah. I just started it. I finished episode 4, and it's fucking good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, right.
I hate everyone on it, and that's part of it, I think.
Do you like anyone?
I mean, no. Like,
Give the host a chance.
No. Obviously, Nikki, I love. There's no. We're talking about the fucking contestants.
Yeah. Would I get in? Yeah. So the contestants. I feel like you'll come around on some of them. I ended up liking a lot of the F boys.
Okay.
I used to like you. You were an F boy, and I used to
what?
You were.
Please explain.
Actually, I don't know that you were an F boy now that I think about it. I used to have the biggest crush on you, and we used to have dalliances because my dad's here. I'll say that. And
wait a
yes.
second, what did you do?
Hold on a second.
Whoa, he's gonna get
Which
you.
one?
Hello, Mr. Glaser.
So I think you know what this you actually raise a good point. I would have probably said you were an F boy because I'm like, I like him, he doesn't like me. A lot of girls will say a guy is an F boy when they just don't have the affection that they throw at someone returned to them.
Yes.
But you, in my definition of F boy, an F boy is someone who lies to get sex, and you never lied to me. Like, I just think I probably never was like, I like you, can we be something more? And then I just probably got the sense that you didn't want that. And then I was just like, and I was just mad,
Right, yeah.
But you would have just told me, no, I don't want a girlfriend, or I don't see you that way, or you're just too pretty for me, and I just feel intimidated by you, or whatever you were thinking at the time. And
I was thinking all that, yeah.
Yeah, you would have just said that, but I didn't want to know the truth, which I knew was probably you didn't like me. So instead, it's easier for my ego to go, he's an F boy, and make you out to be the bad one.
Right. But yeah, I think we had a pretty straightforward sort of we're just doing this, and we're not and I think I probably was like, I'm too young to date anyone. I don't want to do any of that. And then we didn't. And years
too young
later,
to date anyone. We were 25. That's an appropriate 24. That's an appropriate age. What did we earn? 12.
I know. You know what I mean? Like a long-term relationship. I was just too immature, and I just wasn't.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't do what I think a lot of these guys do, which is lie and say they want one, and then get laid and get out of there.
That's the difference.
You know?
You didn't hold my hand or do things that sometimes guys won't even say they want one, but they'll just do things that make you feel like, well, this guy cherishes me, and he's going to
Right.
He's just tender with me, cuddling and saying sweet things that are all with the goal of I hope I get a blowjob at the end of this. And then as soon as the blowjob is over, whatever it is,
Yeah, they're like, bye. Yeah.
It's just, all of that goes out the window, and you think, oh, what did I do wrong? Did I use too much teeth? Did I not use enough teeth? I should get rid of my teeth. My parents
Get
are still
rid of them. I need dentures. I don't know.
I remember I liked you because I was at a place in my life where I was obsessed with Wilco.
Yes,
and I remember you had Wilco's shirt on, and you were always at the Comedy Store, and you were just this. You were always. This is what Nikki Youssef in 2008.
Yeah.
Just with your leg up against the wall, just too cool for school, just dark and mysterious. When now I look back and I'm like, you were just so wanting a friend.
Yeah.
You
I was lonely.
Yeah, you were lonely. And I remember wanting so bad. I remember wearing Wilco shirts to the Comedy Store because you would run the open mic, and I would be like, maybe he'll say something to me because I know he wants more Wilco shirts. So I would wear stuff that would bait you into conversation with me, and it fucking worked.
Here's what I enjoyed about us then was we genuinely got along. We were friends and had like stuff in common. And we, at least on my end, we never had like a bad period or hard feelings, or we didn't dislike each other. Like I
No.
know you've had other, you know, situations with other guys where you have told them off and you're like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you again. You see them out and you
That's
avoid
right
them.
here, and we've been through that, and we got through it.
Right.
You're right. We didn't have a tumultuous thing because you never, you never hurt me, and then we became friends
Yeah.
later on. It had nothing to do with, like, we just became good friends, and now we were such drunks back then. Nick.
Yes, there's also that element.
I don't even remember our hangs because we were wasted.
Yeah, we drink all night long. It was like
That's what we do. We would be separate with our friends, and
right.
then we would meet up at your place, and then we would drink until we were just blackout. We would
Right.
maybe make a pizza or something, and then
Yeah.
I would wake up listening to like Wilco that we had put on, and it would be like,
Yeah.
when you wake up feeling old,
And we're like,
and I'd
shut
be
up, Tweety.
Before. Yeah. And then I go, Nick, do you remember where I parked my car? Where's my underwear? And,
Yeah, and
my
I'm
dad
like,
was
I don't remember you owning either of those things.
I didn't. I was leasing those underwear.
That's funny. We stole that
Smoke
car.
cigarettes, is what we
Shit.
did too.
Yeah.
But now we're both like clean and sober, and have long hair.
I do, yeah. I grew this shit out. I might keep
Yeah,
it.
you look good.
Thank you. Your hair is longer than I think I've ever seen it.
It is.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
Thank you
looks
so
great.
much. Are you single? What's going on with you? You have a girlfriend, right? I saw like a paparazzi shot of you.
A pop. Oh,
Remember?
that yeah, the street photographer guy in Brooklyn. Yeah. I have a girlfriend now. Yeah, this is a first for me. She moved in May of this year. Never lived with a girlfriend before. This is the
Wow.
first,
Oh,
yeah.
how is that going?
Great. She's awesome. She's not a comedian. She's not an actress or anything like that. She's an artist, visual artist, and she is super sweet, super thoughtful.
How'd you guys meet?
We met at a coffee shop. The most Nick Youssef possible answer to meeting
my
someone
God.
I know.
Yeah, that's adorable. Who said who hit on who first?
That's the thing, is we didn't hit on each other. She was
Who was wearing the Wilco shirt?
there was no
Wilco
Wilco shirt.
Ah.
I remember when I had a mohawk for like a year and a half.
Yeah, you were desperate for an identity.
I was sort of. I know you're giving me a look, but identity is never something I've had a problem with. I think I was just stuck in just the thing I've been doing. I had the same haircut, same sort of style, some sort of life that was just very like, and I got on medication and I felt this freedom that I haven't felt. I got out of my own mind for the first time in a long time. And then I just started, that's when I was like, I should move to New York. I've wanted a mohawk again since I was a teenager. I just started doing shit.
And it was what led you to get on medication? What was like the final, because I mean, I've heard this story so many times of people that resisted it for so long, and then they get on it and they're like, this is me.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone thinks, and I'm finally free. What was the final straw?
It was essentially, I became depressed and like suicidal again in a way I hadn't felt since right before I quit drinking. So I was like, well, I've done so much work and worked on myself, got sober, and health and meditation and exercise and all these things, and quit smoking. Like I ran out of things to do.
Right.
And then I was like, okay. Because, you tell yourself, like, the medication's going to make me less funny or talented or creative or blah, 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 blah. And then I did it. And I think my therapist pointed out, they're like, these pills aren't forever. You can try them and then get off them. And I was like, and I never thought of that before. Because in your mind, you're like, you got to take them and take them forever. And you're like, and that's your brain. That's like your fear talking. And you're like, the fact that I didn't open myself to that other possibility is stupid. And I remember looking at that bottle it was Zoloft at the time. I was just looking at it on the table for like 20 minutes before I took it. And I took it, and then 6, 7, 8 days later, I just started kind of feeling good and clear in a way. And I did that for like a month, but it still didn't feel fully right. And I told my
Yeah.
therapist, and they're like, that and Wellbutrin's a good combo that works for a lot of people. And I took that, and I remember like 6 or 7 days into that, I was sitting on my couch in the living room looking out the balcony window, and I was like, this is what it's supposed to feel like. This is what the closest to normal and
I'm on a
content.
balcony and I don't want to jump off of it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I want to stay on this side of the balcony. Whoa.
Oh my God, I
It's
love
crazy.
that. I love how much you've been open to, because you were just so, I would have described you as too cool for school back in the day, because you really were. Like, you always had great style. You were always tall and handsome and dark and mysterious and funny, and just seemed like you didn't need anyone. You drove a Prius before anyone fucking
Right,
drove a
yeah.
Prius. You just like knew who you were. And I just like a guy like that who's almost, and comes out of the Comedy Store scene, which is such like a, we're manly men, and
Yeah.
we're like, this is, comedy needs to be dark and
Yeah.
negative, and for you to embrace the fact that you might have it wrong and there might be some better way out there is very cool of you. And that's why I'm so glad that we've stayed in touch and remained friends. And that's why I was eager to jump on this, even though I have a room full of people who were giggling at their own story, not at your Zoloft suicide
That's fine,
story.
yeah,
You are
yeah.
giggling in the background. Oh, they said both. They want to make it clear it was both.
Oh, good. I appreciate the honesty. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for all. That's very nice of you to say. And I mean, I feel the same way about like you and your like unfiltered sort of honest approach to stuff. I was just like, oh yeah, I can be myself around you. I can say whatever, and you're most likely going to tell me the truth, and that's
Yes.
better for me. It's better for us, our friendship, and all that. And I think
It's great.
I think it's great.
It's really, yeah, you're someone that back in the day I would have never predicted you would ever be someone that I would just want to be friends with.
Right. Yeah.
And now I can say that I'm kind of sure that's fine with me.
Yeah.
You're still so attractive. I got to give it to you. Still a good looking guy. I still like adore you. I'm so happy that you're in a relationship, and I hope it fails, but like I hope
Right,
you
okay.
learn something from it, and like
Are
you become
you
a
in
better
one?
version of yourself. And that you keep the graphic art behind you that was probably inspired by the girl living with you, because it's really tasteful and well done.
Oh, thank you.
But no, seriously, I'm so happy for you. And
Thank
I do
you.
have to go though.
Are you? Can I ask you this? Are you dating someone? Everyone asks this now that you've been on this show. But they're like, "Who are you with?"
Yeah, I'm actually like seeing an ex and like
Cool.
reigniting that flame, because I'm back in St. Louis
Okay.
and I'm living and
Wow.
my ex is from St. Louis too, even though we met in New York, and he's back here, moved back for COVID. He was living in LA, and I moved back from New York to live here, and we're both back here, and we were just friends, just being like hanging out as like, let's just be friends.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's turned into like, okay, maybe we can just, let's just see where this goes. And we've gotten back together like 7 times.
Is this the one you dated in New York? And
yes,
I always knew that would come back. Yeah, good for you. I love hearing that.
it's
That's
not
great.
for sure yet. Like we still, like we've done it so many times of getting back together, and we just don't want to do it again until we're just positive. Like you can never be sure, but we, he's open to things. He's much in the way that I never thought Nick Youssef would be open to new, like kind of like, I don't have it all figured out kind of mentality. He is now kind of more open to that. But with men in therapy, I'm like, let's get on it here. Like I've been going to therapy since I was 18. And so guys are just doing this. I'm like, can you just do ayahuasca like 18 times and even be able to like, I stopped going to therapy recently because I need guys to catch up.
I know. Yeah. It takes a while. I have theories on manhood and modern manhood that I like to talk about and stuff. Obviously we don't have time to get into it now, but like,
no, but I would actually be interested in talking offline about that, because I'm not even mad at men anymore for not getting therapy. It's like not their fault. It's like the world around us is making it so it's super hard for you guys to even start talking about it.
And has been for 50 fucking years, or more.
Yes.
But that's real strength and manhood, is the guys that are like, I don't mind crying. I can go to therapy. I can quit drinking.
I can wear blonde hair extensions.
I can and you look great in them, Andrew.
Yeah.
Hey man,
It is the new man. It's the new manliness. Is like being able to cry. Like a guy cries, and it's so hot to me. I love vulnerability.
Also, another manly thing is complimenting another man without saying no homo at the end.
Oh right.
Or saying,
Yeah.
I'm not gay, but just give the
Or
compliment.
just saying yes, homo.
Right,
Say
yeah.
yes.
Or maybe
Kinda hot
homo.
Dave Grohl.
You do look like a hot Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Really
you.
good.
I love Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Homo.
Yeah,
Total
very
homo.
homo.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to kiss you next time I see you, Andrew.
You won't. I bet you won't.
Oh, now that you bet me, I fucking
Play
have
chicken,
to.
chicken. Oh God.
So stupid.
All right, I'm getting jealous. All right, Nick,
All right.
thanks so much.
I love you. Thanks for
Love
jumping
you,
on and
Nick.
calling. I'm glad you're
All right,
well.
yes,
I'm
of
glad you're back
course.
with that guy.
Not officially. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
See you soon.
Too soon.
No, see you soon. That's her, everybody. Nikki Glaser. That's great. That's the kind of phone call interview I want to have, where you just, that was like a phone call. We did a lot of like backstory stuff, which, fine. But it was like a fun thing to sort of like, hey, what are you doing? Where are you? How you been? I wish we had more time, because I want to know if she's staying in St. Louis and if she's going to like live there. Because a lot of comics are like moving around and stuff. And you wonder, like, well, these days you can fucking do this shit anywhere if you tour. I mean, the only thing you're missing is like getting regular stage time. But, she's in the middle of a bunch of stuff. So I respect that. I get it. But maybe we'll have her back on in like me. This is the only person doing this podcast. There is no we. And so anyhow, Nikki, I love you dearly. You're a great friend. I'm glad we stayed friends the entire time we've known each other. That's just hard to do, dude. In comedy, in life, in any career, profession, just living your life, it's hard to stay friends. You change, they change, you get busy, selfish, drunk, depressed, like all these things. But I mean, it's awesome. We've 15 or more years. She's like, yeah, she's great. And I'm happy she's sort of maybe getting back together with the guy. There was always something about that relationship. I'm like, well, I don't know if that's done yet. Now, F Boy Island. I also wanted to talk about that too. I'm gonna finish watching this season. I finished episode 4. I'm gonna fucking power through the rest and see if my feelings change on anyone. I have so many theories and like things to discuss about dudes and how they date and all that sort of stuff. And the types of attitudes and the women that are drawn to them and the types of men's that are drawn to the types of dudes that are drawn to, certain women. Some of these people deserve each other. These male and female players and all that sort of stuff. I've never fucking had time for it. I just like all those guys fighting to get to the front. I honestly would watch these guys fighting for attention. Hey, can I have a few minutes of time? If that were like a real life setting, they go, oh, go talk to that girl. I'm like, the one that's already talking to 3 dudes. What do you think? No. Why? I'm going to go home and fucking pet my dog or jack off on my dog. But anyway, I'll do, and I'm sure it's been done before, but I don't care. I'm going to do a full fucking rundown of the whole season, and I will be front row and center for season 2. And I'm glad Nikki's hosting it. She's the perfect host for it. Because she can fucking take little shots. She's great at jokes like that. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about? God, there were so many questions that's fine. Actually, you know what I should do is have someone on who's seen the entire season, and we'll go back and forth. I'll have them on, preferably female, so I can get both, sides of it, and we'll hash it out. That's a good idea. I like having these ideas on the air as opposed to fucking later and planning it out. Anyhow, let me know what you think about the show without giving anything away. And if we'll talk about it in the Discord channel, maybe I'll start a fucking separate Discord channel just for this show, because that there's no other place for it. It's not going to get annoying, because if you're either into these reality shows, whether you love watch them or hate watch them, which I'm doing a little bit of both, or you just don't want to hear anything about them ever, which I respect. I get it. So if you want to talk about all the F-Boy Island stuff and you're in the Patreon, get on the Discord and we'll fucking go, baby. Okay. Uh let's cut it there. I will see you guys next week, by the way. Duncan Trussell. He's on, I don't know the what day exactly it'll air, but he's on next week. And then on Monday, I'll be on Brooks Wheelan's podcast, Entry Level, about just terrible jobs and stuff. Morton, I love the show. Nikki makes it great. Yeah, she's great at it. It's like I couldn't really see anyone else hosting the show. But yeah. So, keep it coming, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's the end of the show. Like, subscribe, and comment. Don't be a dear.